Welcome.
Hello. We're outside.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. It's a great day, so I'm mucho goodo.
Yep, and it is one of our first times outside for the new year.
Oh, it's so nice to be back outside. I missed it.
I know, I really miss it too. It's nice out. It's like a little chilly.
It's a little chilly,
But,
I mean, got my sweatshirt on, so I'm good.
yeah, and I got my t-shirt on, so I'm a little chilly.
A little chilly.
But either way, the birds are chirping.
Chirp, chirp.
The trees over there are pink, and the other trees are growing leaves, so.
Oh, I like to grow leaves.
Do you grow leaves occasionally?
Yeah, just sometimes.
So Brianna's growing leaves. I see some runners in the distance. Do you see them?
Do you see the runners? They look so fast. Oh my gosh, they're just blowing by.
Yep, they're speeding by, but no, they're not track.
They're running across the country.
Yup, But they're not actually running across the country. They're running 3.1 miles.
What?
Yep, that's what a cross-country race is.
Nuh-uh, they run across the country.
Well, either way, we'll figure out that distinction and figure out what cross-country really does in this next interview with John Max.
Go check it out.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben Detweiler, and I'm talking to John Maxey about cross country. Sounds very exciting. So John, can you tell me what cross country is?
So cross country is a sport here at NAHS and all across the country and world, I guess. It's long distance running. You compete in races that are 5Ks, which is 3.1 miles long in high school, and then it's also in college, but it's a bit longer for college races. But yeah, it's just a sport that's long distance running.
Okay, and what are some of the attributes that make a good cross-country runner?
So long distance running, I think, is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. I got into running like 5 or so years ago, and it's just completely changed my life. Just long distance running teaches you so much discipline and dedication, and you really become a lot more determined in everything you do once you start long distance running. Because it really, when you're out on a run, say you're on a long run, and you're really struggling to get through it, you really have to be focused, and it's a mind game, and like your body wants to like fool your mind and tell you to stop, but you can't like let that happen, so you have to be strong and sort of work through that and get to the end of a race. So I think that sort of then correlates to other things like in the classroom and stuff. I've definitely become a lot more hardworking and determined in stuff I do, so cross country really can affect you in a lot of ways.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the team here in Norristown?
The team here at Norristown, I love our team. I've been on it for 3 years now. I was the captain this past season, and our team, I'd say we have about freshman year about 20, 15 members, same for sophomore year. We had a little less this past season, but our team still did really well. We have a lot of good runners. Our entire team really, even if they're not the best, they come out every day to practice and they really always want to improve. We're a team that's like very open to accepting anyone. If you want to come out and run with us, we're fine with that. The coaches will train you to become better, but we don't want to like turn anyone away. We're really open to anyone. It's just a really welcoming team, and I think it's one of the more fun teams here at Norristown.
How do you think that cross country is different from other sports that are offered here at Norristown?
I think cross country sets itself apart from other sports. Just the fact that it's, like I said, that it's such a welcoming team. Like, we don't cut anyone, we don't discourage anyone from joining, and also the coaches are just so, they're friendly. They're not screaming in your faces or anything like that. Like, we still get serious when we have to train and stuff, but they're very welcoming, and they always want the best for us. So I think the best part is probably the coaches.
Can you tell me who the coaches are and a little bit about them?
The coaches are Mrs. McDermott and Mrs. Bartlett, or Mrs. Fartlett as we like to call her. They both teach English here. Mrs. McDermott teaches 10th grade and Mrs. Bartlett teaches 12th. They're just really awesome. Like, I've become really close with them since joining freshman year, and they've just taught me so much about running, and because they do know they've been running almost their entire lives, and they're really good at what they do.
Can you tell me a little bit about how Miss Bartlett earned the nickname Miss Fartlett?
I remember the day specifically. We were doing a hill workout at the farm park. So it's like hill repeats, like a ladder, you could go up and then back down. And we were coming back down, a group of us, and Mrs. Bartlett was running up, and I just yelled to her, "Bartlett!" And then another runner thought it was like the funniest thing in the world, and I couldn't stop laughing. So then it just sort of like stuck from there. And then not this past season, the season before that, I know like on the bus and stuff, people would always be yelling at her and stuff. And it's just joking, but it's funny.
Okay, and what season does cross country compete in?
Cross country is a fall sport.
Okay.
It runs from we start preseason end of August, the last 2 weeks of August, and then it goes to about middle of October.
Okay, and can you tell me what a typical practice is like?
Our practices, they can range in intensity. We usually meet first, and then we'll do our warm-up, stretch, and then depending on the day, that's how we space out our workouts. So it could be like a long run day, and then you'll break up into, usually you run with other people around the same pace as you. So you could break up and then you'll go to the farm park, that's where we run most of the time. Or it could be, say, a speed workout on the track, a hill workout, a fartlek, which is an actual name for a workout, around the school. So it really just depends on the day and where we're gonna run.
Okay. What other types of running do cross-country runners compete in?
It's like I was just saying, it's not just long, we're not just going out every time for long distance runs. It's all about speed too. So we're doing track stuff, we're doing hill stuff, fartleks, which are sort of like fox and hound, try to catch the other person. So it can really range. It's not just, when you hear cross country, a lot of people just think, oh, it's long distance running, I can't do that. I can't run 10 miles, but it's not that. It's, a few days we're going to be doing distance runs, but it's always, and even the distance runs are going to be based on your skill level. So you're never going to be doing more than you're capable of. So it really ranges, so that's why I think it's such a great sport.
Okay. And how does the cross-country team compete against other schools?
Our meets are usually with 2 other schools, I want to say. It's 3 teams usually. They're either home or away. We recently, last season was 2 seasons ago, we had our first home meet in like a while, let's say 10 years. So that was a really big deal for us. And we'll host 2 other teams, or we'll go somewhere and they'll host 2 other teams. And then usually the races can be broken down into a varsity race and a JV race, but usually they'll just do all the boys and then all the girls, and then sort of put the varsity in front and the JV. But it's pretty simple. And then there's also, we do an invitational in the beginning of the season, which is different. That's like a whole bunch of teams. It could be, we go to this one, it's the Bulldog Invitational. It's like 25 teams, so you're going off with a lot of people. And then at the end of the season, we have leagues and districts at Lehigh University, which is the first week is leagues, which is all the teams in our league, which is a lot. And then you have districts, which is even more teams. So you're running with a lot, like hundreds of people at leagues and districts.
Okay. And what supplies do you need in order to be a cross-country runner?
That's what's so great about running. You don't need much. You just need running shoes, and you don't even really need running clothes. You just need shorts and a shirt that you feel comfortable running in. That's why it's so great. Okay.
And for those students who have a large time commitment, whether they have a job or something of that nature, how much of a time commitment is cross-country?
Cross-country is a commitment, and we definitely like the people that join our team are committed. We do practice every day after school. Like I said, it starts towards the end of August, and the first week of preseason is 5 days, and it's 4 days, and then we have regular practices from there, and then we'll have one meet per week. But even if you still have a job, we're definitely willing, if you have to miss a practice here and there, we're not going to kick you off the team for that. The coaches are really willing to work around that as long as you're still there. most of the time, and you're still willing to come out and work really hard at every practice that you do come to.
Okay. If there's any interested students in cross country, where can they find someone to contact them?
They should definitely go see Mrs. McDermott and Mrs. Bartlett, who are the coaches, in rooms 327 or 328, or they can email them at their school emails. Mrs. McDermott is smcdermott@nasd.k12w.us, and Mrs. Bartlett is K Bartlett. And also, if anyone sees like me, just passing them in the hallway, I'm open to talking to them about cross country, if they have any questions. But definitely going to talk to them would probably be their best bet.
All right. And is there any type of physical or forms that you need in order to be able to compete?
You do need a physical for the regular season. For preseason included, you need a physical for that. So we recommend that you get a physical over the summer, and then the first day of preseason, you have to bring the completed form with you in order to run. If you don't have the physical, then you can't run with us. But I know some people get the school physicals next fall, so it's okay to wait for those and then come out to the team after you've had that.
All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Just one more thing. Conditioning for next season starts this Monday, May 5th. We're going to be meeting, I believe, at the Farm Park entrance on Whitehall Road. I'm going to say like 2:45 right after school. It's real. You don't need a physical for this, so it's really open to anyone. We just want people to come out and see what type of stuff that we're doing for cross country. The coaches are going to be there on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I believe. And then the other days, we just encourage you to run on your own. But definitely to people who might be interested, come out on those days, meet us up at the farm park, and we'll show you what cross country is all about.
So is that the farm park right across the street from the high school?
Yes.
Okay. And what should interested students who have not experienced cross country before, what should they bring to that preseason practice?
Preseason or conditioning this week?
This conditioning practice.
Like I just said, bring your running shoes, change your clothes, running clothes, and then maybe some water for when after you're done. I know I might be worried about their bags and stuff, but just bring that up to the farm park with them, and we usually leave our stuff up there together, and it's usually fine.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else again you'd like to add?
That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm Ben Detweiler, and I just talked with John Maxey about cross country. Sounds like a really exciting sport. Now back to the Eagles Eye.